This is the material for copyright infringement. The materials that I'm using is the materials that I'm using belongs to its rightful owners. I did not own them. Okay, gonna check my first. Okay. 1. For which is an individualized education program or EIP. 1. Reinforcement of the foundation of learning. 2. Helping pupils overcome their learning difficulties. 3. Developing learners' potentials. A. 1 only. 2. B. 2 only. C. 3 only. D. 1, 2, and 3. The answer is letter D. 1, 2, and 3. For which is an individualized education program EIP? The answer is 1, 2, and 3. Reinforcement of the foundation of learning. 2. Helping pupils overcome their learning difficulties. 3. Developing learners' potentials. Individualized education program. It is a written statement of the educational program designed to meet child's individual needs. Nag-away na tiring. 2. General purposes. A. To set reasonable learning goals for a child. B. To state the services that the school district will provide for the child. 2. What should be done first before doing remedial instruction? A. Diagnose the difficulty. B. Prepare the remedial materials. C. Plan the remedial instruction. D. Group the pupils by gender. The answer is letter A. Diagnose the difficulty. What should be done first before doing remedial instruction? The answer is diagnose the difficulty. And the correct order of the remedial instruction are, it's not easy, it's 1. Diagnose the difficulty. 2. Plan the remedial instruction. 3. Prepare remedial instruction. The letter D is a negative item because it says group the pupils by gender. 3. The following are remedial teaching strategies except 1. Individualized education program or IEP. B. Peer support program. C. Reward scheme. Letter D. Test and drill. The answer is letter D. Test and drill. Remedial teaching strategies are always learner-centered. Thus, it considers the needs, interests, and the environment suited for conducive learning. A, B, and C all cater to the individual interests and needs of the remedial learner. Letter D, negative item, it's behavioristic. 4. Is remedial instruction the same as special education? The answer is no. However, remedial instruction may include children with special needs if they are diagnosed with difficulty. Remedial, remedial program designed for students who have average or higher intellectual abilities but who are not performing well in school. Typically, remedial students are not struggling because of their intellectual abilities, but because of one subject area or more. Special education designed for students who lack the intellectual ability to perform in a class that teaches standardized concepts and subjects. The content and delivery is adapted to help meet the needs of each individual student. 5. Which statement on remedial teaching is wrong? Remedial teaching involves blank. A. Working systematically, observing, diagnosing, remediating, evaluating. B. Working purposefully, and intensively with a pupil. C. Seeing to it that the pupil can remain at his or her school. D. Reteaching, reviewing, and assessing. The answer is letter D. Reteaching, reviewing, and assessing. A, B, and C are practices in a remedial class. D is used for a regular class. 6. What does remedial instruction focus on? A. Content. B. Skills. C. Grammar. D. Test. The answer is letter B. Skills. Remedial education is... Thank you. Tama na ni paminaw oh. Tama kay advertise. Thank you. Ako lang ipaminaw kung okay ra akong tingin. Di pa nang yaw-yaw. I-check na ako. Kaya pa rin nagpaminaw na ako balik. So, thank you sa Cloud9. Magtagdig kumato sa Cloud9. Sponsor ni Charmy. Balik ko basa. Remedial education is assigned to assess students in order to achieve expected competence in core academic skills such as literacy and numeracy. 7. Which practices mean such success for learners with reading difficulties? 1. Be clear on what students must know, understand, and be able to do in order to grow in their grasp of a subject. 2. Build scaffolding leading to student success in those goals. Don't dilute the goal. 3. Make use of several avenues of learning. Make students hear it, sing it, read it. Letter A. 1, 2, and 3. B. 2 and 3. C. 1 and 2. D. 1, 2, and 3. The answer is letter A. 1, 2, and 3. And finish it. What I'm eating. Wating ting. Random tag water, wating ting. Where is it? Okay, again, which practices mean success for learners with reading difficulties? The answers are 1, 2, and 3. 1. Be clear on what students must know, understand, and be able to do in order to grow in their grasp of a subject. 2. Build scaffolding leading to student success and those goals. Don't don't dilute the goal. 3. Make use of several avenues of learning. Make students hear it, sing it, read it. 1. Instructional clarity. 2. Social constructivism. 3. Differentiated instruction. All can help learners with reading difficulties. For effective remedial instruction, work for learning in context. What does learning in context mean? A. Make students see how ideas and skills connect to their families and communities. B. Make students see how important concepts and skills are. C. Make use of problem solving. D. Avoid drills. The answer is make students see how ideas and skills connect to their families and communities. A. Contextualization. B. Significance. C. Constructivism. D. Existentialism or progressivism. Avoid drills is existentialism or progressivism. Make use of problem solving. The letter C is constructivism. B. Make students see how important concepts and skills are, so it's significance. A. Make students see how ideas and skills connect to their families and communities. Communities, it's contextualization, which can increase the effectiveness of remedial teaching. A. Let student know that you believe in her or him. B. Direct student to work harder whether she or he likes it or not. C. Do not allow him or her to play until he or she can do the task. D. Engage him or her in a continuous drill until he or she learns the skill. The answer is let student know that you believe in her or him. This is what increases the effective of remedial teaching. A is positive feeling. B, whether he or she likes it or not. D, do not allow him or her. I C, do not allow him or her. D, it's a continuous drill. 10. Because reading remediation requires building skills rather than learning course content, which should reading trainers do? 1. Minimize testing and grading. 2. Observe the student in the actual act of reading. 3. Make reading classes a grammar class. The answer is 1 and 2. Minimize testing and grading. And observe the student in the actual act of reading. Which statement about the use of voice in academic or scientific writing is not true? A. Scientific or academic writing uses the passive voice more than the active voice. B. Scientific writing uses the passive voice more than the active voice is a myth. C. The choice of active or passive is constrained by functional considerations. Thus, writers use the we form active when they describe their own procedural choices, but use the passive when describing standard procedures. Letter D. Writers use the we form active when contrasting their work with previous work in the field, but use the passive when describing previous research? The answer is A. Scientific or academic writing uses the passive voice more than the active voice. Advantages of active voice in scientific writing. 1. Emphasizes author responsibility. Example, we failed in the experiment. The experiment was failed by us. Ontologically. 2. Improves readability. Example, vitamin A increased the risk of hair loss. The risk of hair loss was increased by vitamin A. 3. Reduces ambiguity. Example, both human and animal studies suggest that diabetics have general immune dysfunction at the leukocyte level. General dysfunction of the immune system at the leukocyte level is suggested by both animal and human studies. 12. Which of the following statements about hedging is incorrect? A. Hedging is a scientific writing strategy where writers use aspects of the verb as devices to express politeness or to distance themselves from a claim. B. When hedging, academic writers use words that strongly and sharply express commitment to their criticism. CESP learners need to appreciate the role of hedging in academic, professional, and business genres and to manipulate its actual linguistic devices. Whether in research or in the professional community, the criticism Mr. De la Cruz appear not to have understood my point is hedged and is more acceptable than the statement Mr. De la Cruz definitely did not understand my point. The answer is letter B. When hedging, academic writers use words that strongly and sharply express commitment to their criticism. Hedges are an important part of polite conversation. They make what we say less direct. Which statement contrast, or contrasts best discourse analysis from genre analysis? A. Discourse analysis is any study of language text at a level above that of the sentence. Genre analysis is a text analysis focused on regularities of structure that distinguish one type of text from another. Letter B. Discourse analysis is the global or umbrella term for text analysis, while genre analysis is a part of discourse analysis. C. Discourse analysis is valuable in looking at spoken and written business text, texts, while genre analysis is useful in looking at both written and spoken text in all areas of ESP. The discourse analysis includes the study of cohesive links between a sentences of structure paragraph structure or the structure of the whole text. The answer is A. Discourse analysis is any study of language text at a level above that of the sentence. Genre analysis is a text analysis focused on the regularities of structure that distinguish one type of text from another. Discourse analysis of language beyond the sentence. Genre analysis, area of discourse analysis that studies written and spoken discourse, academic, corporate, legal, approaching them in terms of genres, types of or kinds of discourse. 14. Which statement below best defines ESP? A. ESP is a language teaching approach which is based on learners' need. B. ESP is an approach not to a product. C. ESP is a particular kind of language or methodology. D. ESP consists of a particular type of teaching material. The answer is A. ESP is a language teaching approach which is based on learners' need. ESP is based on needs analysis. The meaning of ESP is English for specific purposes, if I'm not right. 15. Which type of knowledge is not required of the ESP teacher? A positive attitude towards the ESP content. B. A knowledge of the fundamental principles of the subject area. C. Awareness of how much they probably already know. Letter D, letter D, a specialist subject knowledge. Which type of knowledge is not required of the ESP teacher? The answer is A, specialist subject knowledge. An ESP teacher doesn't need to learn specialist subject knowledge. They require three things only. Choices in ABC chapter 13, the role of an ESP teacher. Hence, the ESP teacher should not become a teacher of the subject matter, but rather an interested student of the subject matter. One of the consistent problems of ESP teachers is the lack of an orthodoxy. This means that 1. ESP teachers do not have a ready-made, straightforward answers to problems they meet. 2. ESP teachers need to distill and synthesize from several options those that suit their circumstances. 3. All ESP teachers are pioneers who are helping to shape the world of ESP. The answer is 1. A 1, B 2, C 1 and 2, D 1, 2, and 3. The answer is letter D 1, 2, and 3. One of the consistent problems of ESP teachers is the lack of an orthodoxy. This means that 1. ESP teachers do not have a ready-made, straightforward answers to problem they meet. 2. ESP teachers need to distill and synthesize from several options those that suit their circumstances. 3. All ESP teachers are pioneers who are helping to shape the world of ESP. Authenticity is a feature of a text, not a characteristic. A text alone has no value, since in ESP, any text is automatically removed from its original context. There can be no such thing as an authentic text in ESP. As the example of the use of or non-use of authentic text illustrates, ESP teachers will often have to orientate themselves to difficult problems with little or no guidance. In short, ESP teachers resorted to options 1, 2, and 3. Another problem that constantly faces ESP teachers is the new realms of knowledge that ESP teachers have to cope with. This suggests that blank A. ESP teachers have to struggle to master language and subject matter they know very little about. They know very little about. B. ESP teachers often feel a sense of utter utter inadequacy of their ability to cope. C. ESP teachers feel boredom as they teach subject matter that are very simple and familiar. The answers the answer is letter D, A and B. A is ESP teachers have to struggle to master language and subject matter they know very little about. B is B teachers often feel a sense of utter inadequacy at their ability to cope. Siyempre, kailangan magamit no, magtigo ko taano. Oh my God. ESP teachers may also have to struggle to master language and subject matter beyond the bounds of their previous experience. Teachers who have been trained for general English teaching or for the teaching of literature may suddenly find themselves having to teach with text whose content they know little or nothing about. Three questions to ask. Does the content of ESP material need to be highly specialized? B. Why do so many ESP teachers find it difficult to comprehend subject matter? C. What kind of knowledge is required of the ESP teacher? Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics? Nahimo ta sa ta. Eh? Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics? Making arrangements, attending meetings, taking part in an interview, buying and selling, etc. A. Structural or situational syllabus. B. Skill syllabus. Skill syllabus. C. Functional or notional syllabus. D. Functional or task-based syllabus. The answer is functional or task-based syllabus. Letter D. A. Structural or situational. B. Skill or academic skills. C. Functional or notional. Functions performed in language use and notions that a language is used to express. D. Functional or situational is simulation. Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics? Taking notes, writing essays, study techniques and examinations, improving your reading, or etc. Why there's all? Etc. A. Skill syllabus. B. Discourse syllabus or skill syllabus. C. Functional task-based syllabus. D. Skills and strategies. The answer is letter D. Skills and strategies. Skill. Skills, product-oriented, observable behaviors. Strategies, process-oriented, cognitive operations. The reader engages in generally thought to be unobservable. Note taking and writing essays, skills, study techniques and examinations, and improving your reading. It's strategies. Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics, properties? Balik siya. Delete. Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics, properties and shapes, location, structure, actions in sequence, cause and effect, etc. A. Structural or situational syllabus. B. Skill syllabus. C. Functional notional syllabus. D. Functional or task-based syllabus. And the answer is letter C. Functional or notional syllabus. Notional functional syllabus. Notions or categories of meaning are what Wilkins 1978 has called semantico-grammatical categories, which are usually characterized by interaction between categories of meaning and grammatical form in most languages. Time, duration, quantity, agent, instrument, place, etc. Functions. uses to which language forms are put, communicative purpose of language. Examples are agreement, greeting, approval, prediction, requesting, directions, apologizing, and so on. Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics: the nature of generalizations, general and specific information, levels of generality, etc. A. Skills syllabus. B. Discourse skills syllabus. C. Functional task based syllabus. D. Skills and strategies. The answer is letter B. Discourse skills syllabus. Which type of syllabus would contain the following set of topics: exercises and personal evaluation, exercises in examining your job needs, ang nakabutang rin, exercises in using ads, etc. A. Skills syllabus. B. Discourse skills syllabus. C. Functional task-based syllabus. D. Skills and strategies. The answer is A. Skills syllabus. Exercises writing activities. Exercises equals writing activities. Which program for school staff, members, and teachers was conducted to better match students with their aptitude and career interest? A. Project Effective and Affordable Secondary Education, or EASE. B. Revitalize Homeroom Guidance Program, RSGP. C. School-Based Education, SBE. D. Thinking Skills Development for Maximized Cognitive Performance, or TSD MCP. The answer is letter A. Effective, Project Effective and Affordable Secondary Education, or EASE. EASE project that targeted students in disadvantaged situations who were unable to attend regular sessions. It provided a temporary study at home solution until the student was able to return to the formal classroom setting. RSGP, a counseling program where school staff, members, and teachers were given a week-long training to better match students in their aptitude and career interests. SBE, a form of self-evaluation by schools, which was initiated, planned, and administered by the principal and the teacher themselves. TSD MCP, a program that initiated in 6 schools to research and develop steps to improve student cognitive and thinking skills, which was the secondary education curriculum that was implemented in 1989 to replace the Revised Secondary Education Program, or RSEP, A. Program for Decentralized Education, PRODED. B. Secondary Education Development Program, or SEDP. C. New Secondary Education Curricular, or New Secondary Education Curriculum, or NSEC. The Revised Secondary Education Curriculum, or RSEC. The question is, which was the secondary education curriculum that was implemented in 1989 to replace the Revised Secondary Education Program, or RSEP? The answer is letter C, New Secondary Education Curriculum, or NSEC. PRODED, launched by DEX in 1983 to 1984 for elementary education to modify the curriculum and put emphasis on science, technology, math, reading, and writing. SEDP main objectives were to strengthen the Ministry of Science, Technology, Education, and Culture, or MOSTEC, develop the quality of coverage of basic, non-formal, and secondary education, create a market-driven isa to nasa ka nailinog mabot gahapon daghan Sunod is sa duha tulo. Bad kay ko. Asa na Mostek. Develop the quality and coverage of basic, non-formal, and secondary education. Create a market-driven technical education and vocation training or TVET, and certify the science and technology capacity at the tertiary level. NSEC or NSEC, its main objectives were continuation of the prudent, giving emphasis on science and technology, mathematics, reading and writing, improve the value of high school graduates, and develop access to quality secondary education. RSEC, RSEC, 1973 secondary curriculum replaced by NSEC and in 1989. In K-12 curriculum, to which does the basic education refer? A. 6 years of primary school and 4 years of junior high school. B. It's not a question mark. B. 4 years of junior high school, 7 years of primary education, and 2 years of senior high school. C. 2 years of junior high school, 4 years of senior high school, and 6 years of primary education. Letter D. 6 years of elementary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. The question is, in the K-12 curriculum, to which does the basic education refer? The answer is letter D. 6 years of elementary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high school. It is according to RA 10533. RA 10533 Section 6. RA 10533 Section 6. The 6 years of elementary education, 4 years of junior high school, and 2 years of senior high. Which is the main objective of the K-12 program? A. To provide sufficient time for mastery of concepts and skills, develop lifelong learners, and prepare graduates for tertiary education, level skills development, employment, and entrepreneurship. That's the answer. The K-12 curriculum envisions holistically develop learners with 21st century skills. 6 salient features of K-12 program. 1. Strengthening early childhood education through universal kindergarten. 2. Making the curriculum relevant to learners. 3. Ensuring integrated and seamless learning. 4. Building proficiency through use of mother tongue-based multilingual education. 5. Provision of career tracks. 6. Nurturing holistically developed Filipino. The new curriculum will be focused more on the blank learners. Who will be the first beneficiaries of the free senior high school education of the K-12 curriculum? The answer is letter A. Incoming freshmen of school year 2012 to 2013. According to the According to the Department of Education, which subject area will be integrated into the teaching of language? The answer is science. It's grade 1 to 3. The transcription top, the spelling is T-A-L-P, tab. I don't know how to read it properly. Represents the word tag. A. Tap. B. Tape. C. Tip. D. Type. Type. Ah, okay. It's a big I, it's not L. T-A-I-P. Type. The transcription RLC represents the word which. Ah, it's not. Let me show you that. Which. Oh, yeah. The answer is letter B. The transcription DIZ this represents the word this. THESE. This. The spelling of this is DIZ, then it represents the word this. THESE. Which group has a letter that differs in voicing from the other three? Okay, I'm tired of reading. Let's end. Goodbye. God bless us always. And don't forget to pray that all the March let takers will pass. Thanks be to God in advance. Bye.